Hey, folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to our Monday live stream where we're back with the U5, baby! And we're gonna try. It's hard because, you know, I like to pause, I like to think. We're gonna try to see if we can play as fast as possible for the next little bit. Because 1.1 is like right around the corner. We got at least another, I can't remember the exact end year of this game. We got over 100 years left to go. Although it can go fast if there's not too much warfare to interrupt things. The reason, like, the beta testing for 1.1 is coming in like, well, we don't know. I think they keep saying like early February. I don't think we've got an exact date for it yet, but that's fairly soon. We're probably going to play with that. So I'm going to try to wrap up the campaign before then. I'm loving this campaign. I have no idea who I want to play next. Obviously, like, it's EU5. We've got an embarrassment of choices. But yeah, I'm sure we're going to be eager to make that move. And I suspect we're not going to want to bring this save, which was actually started, I think it technically started pre-release. I think at a certain point we got to be like, listen, we got to take it easy on EU5 and stop pushing our luck with bringing a save through these different versions. So we'll see about that. We got some subs and resubs to do, but weirdly, I got a request both on the Twitch chat and on the UbTubs. I don't know if it's the same person with different usernames. I don't think so. Asking before we unpause to show control map mode for a sec. And actually the request over on Twitch is control map mode and the roads map mode, and to look at how they interact. So try not to let me actually forget that. Let's go and read the subs and resubs. We'll do that. And then hopefully we'll unpause and stay on speed 5 for a bit. I mean, yeah, there's more territory I'd love to grab. I'm sure we're still going to have some wars, but we will see. Not a double, yeah, different, just weird coincidence. I don't know why specifically people were interested in control map mode and related, well, with stealth, I think it was specifically with the new roads and stuff, but we'll take a look at that. Okay, your subs and resubs here. Who started us off today? Oh, it's Malkuth started us off today with their 122nd month resub. Thank you very much for that. And Halco's at 78, 6.5 years of watching Quill play video games on stream, not including YouTube videos. Hard Hat is at 60 months. Fish Sticks is at 34, almost 3 years. 2 girlfriends, but only 1 Quill. 2 girlfriends at the same time? Or consecutively? I'm not judging. And Silvio Cast is at 21 months. Thank you very much for those resubs. All right, yeah, we're just a small, tiny little nation. Just, you know, irrelevant. Last stream, we finally reached the kingdom rank, which was a pain in the butt, because we had to leave the HRE, because we couldn't do it if we were in the HRE. And then we had to accumulate prestige, which is really hard to do as a republic, because you don't get as many royal wedding options and things like that. It would have been easier if we were still Catholic, because of the raise saint thing was actually a pretty powerful thing. But we got there. We're now the Grand Republic of Lothringia. Not Strasbourg, which is too bad because I like being Strasbourg, but still, we've got that. Okay, so let's start with the control map mode, because we had a couple of things there, and we can see our control. Our ooh, 19. What happened in Kaiserlautern? We should actually take a really close look over there. You can see our control has stabilized a lot over here. If we were going to do some expansion, what we really want to do is expand sort of this way, which mostly means beefing with France and Austria, because that would be great for proximity to our capital. I mean, we could move our capital. We're not going to move our capital. We're not doing anything like that. That's crazy talk. How dare you even suggest that? And yeah, it is dipping a little bit over here. There's some particularly bad control there, probably due to like devastation related to the war. And I'm wondering about this. Did we just take over Kaiserlautern? I wonder if that's the situation, because the proximity is really great. And yeah, the maximum control is fine at 80. It's just not there right now. I'm wondering if this is one of the things we took in a peace deal. I can't quite recall, because it's been a week since we played, because we didn't play last Wednesday, because this is my dad's 75th birthday. Well, more or less. That's when we celebrated the birthday. And we took some territory over here. You can see, like, there's a sharp drop-off in control. There's not a max control map mode, which is interesting. And then we can take a look at the Come back over here. Is there a hotkey for the search? No, that's too bad. The ROADS map mode over here, which is colorful. I don't know how helpful necessarily. So that's interesting, because if we look here in Strasbourg, we actually have a mix of paved and modern roads. The blue ones seem to be only paved roads, but not literally all possible connections. Maybe the color coding is the color coding the maximum road that's there? So as soon as you have at least one modern road, maybe it turns this sort of yellowy, beigey, I don't know what you call this color. I'm wondering if that's what it is, and it just shows that. And then we got some kind of rose-colored over here, it's only a gravel road. So yeah, not even paved over there, but and that's not even within our territory. Baby poop color, wow. A 19 controls new territory from last war. Yeah, okay. And then someone had wondered specifically about, or Stealth, I should say, wondered specifically about like the road bonus, like proximity. Let's say we go like way out to Ireland over here. We can take a look at the proximity and we can see like why it is. So its nearest proximity source is Strasbourg, which should grant 100 stability, except it's getting a dip from each location. You have to travel between the source of the control to the location we're looking at. It gives you a hit on proximity, and that gets modified by different things. So you can see normally it's like a 40 proximity cost to go from Strasbourg to Zabern, but it's got a bunch of modifiers going in there. First of all, it's got a modern road, which is minus 30, so that's really substantial. And then we've got some other things going on. We got land focus, we got a bunch of development, we built some bridges and canals and things like that. We're fairly centralized, etc., etc., etc. So that would be over there, so you can see that. Now, a bunch of our territory is one of the things we prioritize expanding to is along the Rhine, and a big reason for that is because the Rhine, I think it's called just Major River. I can't remember what it's called. Upstream, downstream. Maybe that one doesn't have it. Did I pick a bad example? I might have picked a bad example here. There it is. Proximity cost of going downstream along the river. You know what I'm wondering? Since the modern road is minus 30, yeah, I think that's what it is. I think because the modern road is minus 30 and so is the river, we're not seeing the river bonus over here because it's exactly one of the same. Presumably, it was just using the better of the two modifiers. So it used to be that being downstream along the river was better than our no road, gravel road, paved roads. Now it's the same as modern road, so we're just seeing that one number. I think, yeah, that's probably it. So yeah, the place is... Oh, that's funny. Look, the tooltip isn't the right size. It's being cropped. Presumably if I move off and move back in, it gets fixed. Oh, that's funny. It must have kept this tooltip size over here, not refresh. Ah, look at this! Ah, it's always fun. It's great when you can repeat a bug. As a programmer, that's fantastic because it makes it a lot easier to suss out afterwards. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully that addresses everything. We will see. And yeah, the 1.1 patch is huge. There was just another little mini hotfix, the 0.11 that just came out with a couple of tiny changes. Not expecting much in the way of any of that right now while they're chooching towards 1.1. Yeah, we can probably unpause these situations we're gonna. Oh yes, that's right. I am running this mod. We ran it when we unlocked the modern roads. We decided to unlock this mod because I'm not gonna go through it again, I promise. I have issues with this road building UI. I think it has several different things that could improve it to make it really useful, and it's not there. There's like a better roads view, like better road map mode mod. It didn't really do anything functionally different, so that wasn't important. But this thing here, what it did is it's not currently active, but we can activate it. We can give it a budget, like a minimum amount of gold to maintain our treasury, and then above that, it'll build roads based on proximity. So we might end up using this again, just because building roads currently with the current UI, I find very deficient. So we might run that. That doesn't change gameplay or anything like that, just automate some clicks. We may use it, we may not. Colombian Exchange, we don't have anything exciting to do there yet, and this was going to cost us prestige to do it, and we desperately had to save up to 50 prestige to become a kingdom rank thing. Now we've got some options to maybe go and click some of those buttons again. Little Ice Age is going on, the Reformation is still active, and the War of Religions, but we have taken ourselves out of that picture. We did two boops at the War of Religion, mostly because we were using this as a way to try to wage war against the HRE, so we could leave the HRE. That finally happened. So then we're like, you know what? That's y'all problems. We're above that. All we care about is trade and making money. Building missing inputs is blank right now. It might go away or it might populate properly once we unpause. We got some pops with needs again. We'll let this sort of chooch down. We've got some devastated locations. We'll go and try to fix that soon. We can do a parliament. I mean, we could do this for cheaper expansion of mining RGOs and stuff, and then we get some free bonus RGOs, which is never bad. Although I also really just like universities. I think I kind of just want to do universities. Yeah, now we have 53 prestige because I don't think it consumed the 50 prestige to become a kingdom. I think it just required that we had it, which is nice. So I think we'll do a university because who doesn't love that? And then missing, devastated, possible rivals. Right, so we could rival someone. We probably should. I guess do we already rival Austria? No. Oh, we have to both be great power. Wait, is Austria a great power? No. So we could do it if we were both great powers. I'm not a great power. We could do it if Austria had a higher country rank than us. They don't, so they're not a great power either. Or if they had more population than us, and they don't. So can you not rival anyone who's smaller than you? I mean, I guess fair to not pick on them. Bohemia is sort of like kind of a cheapo to us, but we don't really care about them. I'm like, part of me is really tempted to just be like, all right, France is our rival now. But we are a fair bit weaker than them, so we might just... You know what? Screw it. Screw you, France. Screw you, France. This might be insane, but we're gonna do it. All right, good. Let's go. So we currently don't have any money in the bank. Slow down, game. Oh my god. I mean, I know I'm on speed 5. Okay. This one, well, hold on. That one actually paused the game, so let's do this. We lost a general. That's fine. We lost a cabinet member. That sucks. General, graduate, and reporting for duty. Okay, cool. Let's get ourselves a new character over here. Is this literally our only pick? Is Christoph. Oh, I don't have any money right now, so we gotta wait. We just gotta wait a tick. We're gonna get tons of money in a second. We've got an event. Good government policies. Gain stability. Oh, I like stability. Gain Republican tradition. We're maxed out. Or we could just get 3,700 bucks. Yeah, let's do that. So that solves our problem of not being able to hire someone. His stats suck, but he does have a good military score, so that's okay. Get back to integrating my friend. Part of me wonders about prioritizing roads. I don't think we're desperate for building buildings, although we might want RGOs. Oh, these are some hugely profitable RGOs. Okay, then it's dipping down a little bit. Let's do that. I want to save at least 2 grand. The auto road builder we've got set up was set. We set it. We're currently sitting at 4 grand. It may have been because we need to save up a bunch to become a kingdom. I'm not sure. Oh, hold on. We have some loans. That's right. I think we took out some loans because we wanted to make sure to not miss our opportunity. Yeah, we'll just focus on repaying loans as we get some cash. We didn't want to miss our opportunity to become a kingdom, and we needed money for that. And then we'll look to do some roading. There you go. Pay off a loan. Gulf of Mexico arrives. Oh yeah, and we do have a colony over here of Putinland, which we're like sort of a little invested in, but not that much. I wonder, you know what? Should I just automate in the interest of keeping things speedy? Oh, right. I turned off automated exploration because we needed to save some cash. I'm going to turn this back on. And I think I might automatically colonize charters, colonize unknown provinces, reclaim new lands for account. How about we just automate the colony charters as well? Just see what happens. Hey, Quilt, did you check if you can increase your burger taxes? And if you can... Oh, yes, that's right. We were going to check on that. We had a little conversation, I think, on the Discord. So we would love to tax our burgers some more. So what we need to do is check the estates to see, do they have something limiting their taxing? So treasury rights does lower their maximum tax by 5%, but give us more tax efficiency. Oh, we gotta get rid of control over monetary policy. I think we were running it because we were really trying to push in innovative, but I think we'll do that. Can you revoke a privilege? Here, no. You can grant. So now we will be getting more and more things, I think, that lower the impact of yoinking a privilege. But maybe we just eat this. I think we might just eat this. Communalism lowers it. Yeah, but we might... I don't know if we're pushing in that direction. Communalism versus individualism. Oh, there it is. It is down here. Well, it is in that direction, so we are getting a discount to it. Maybe we just cancel it now. Obviously, the burgers are super infinitely happy with us, so I'm not really worried about losing that 5%. The monthly inflation doesn't matter because we're not... Yeah, no, let's just revoke it now. Yeah, it's not going to make us negative stability exactly. I mean, it'll give them a big satisfaction hit now, but then they'll be okay. And yeah, we can run higher taxes, which should translate to considerably more money. Considerably more money. Okay. In fact, I'm wondering, is it worth doing the thing, because there's such a big part of our tax base, is it worth losing some of our tax efficiency? We'd have to do like a before and after comparison to know what it would be. We might have to do like a safety save. I can't really figure out the math. If we increase their maximum tax by 5%, but lose 10% tax efficiency. I don't know if we get a good breakdown of what tax efficiency does. I am wondering if it would be better. No, you think efficiency is better? Okay. Yeah, I can't think of any way to really do it other than save. Try it, see what happens to the number. But then the number also like jumps around from month to month anyway, so it might not be clear. Ooh, Army Doctrine Law. Oh, shit. Hang on. I forgot we have to lower our minting. Although I think that's fine. I don't see a little paper that gives us more things. Oof, 48 now. 48 what? Oh, we don't need the prestige. Sorry, Meow, are you still thinking that we need our 50 prestige? Oh, right. Someone had told me we could pay off debts from other countries. That was one of the ways we could have boosted our prestige, is by taking on other countries' debts with our money. And if I had realized that at the time, that would have made our life a lot easier. But we've become a kingdom, so I don't currently need prestige. In theory, at some point, we might be able to do an empire. We'd have to be a great power first, and then we would need 70 prestige. So if we become a great power, then we might do a big prestige pump. But yeah, that was a really good suggestion. And yeah, we already got kingdom. So like, man, that would have been stupendous. Okay, oh, is it still? No, that's research. I mean, I do like stability, but like $6,000. 5 research progress is a lot, but it's 2 months of research. No, I think we just take the cash. That is a ridiculous amount of money. What is this? Wurzburg wants military access. Okay, sure. They're going to buy it for us. Okay, that's great. With all this money, I think we are going to go road building. So again, really what I want to do is I'd go here, I'd go to build roads, I'd be on modern roads, and I would look for these stripy things as just like, let's assume this is an improvement. Again, I really wish we would get an actual clear indication of, yes, this will raise your maximum control in this place by a certain amount, and I would love to be able to sort by that. So, but it's not clear. So instead, I will go and use this builder. We're gonna maximize for proximity. We could also maximize for market access, and we'll probably want to do that as well. I'll reset the road plan, so it's calculating everything. I'm gonna tell it to save $4,000, and I'm gonna do this. So it's just gonna start auto building roads for us, theoretically prioritizing the roads that will result in the best improvement to proximity. There you go. Just queued up a ton at the start of the month. Bunch of modern roads. Oh, debt payment. Yeah, I mean, the roads are probably more important. Because you got to remember, I mean, assuming this works exactly like EU4, like paying off your debt early doesn't actually save your interest rate, but maybe it does in this one. Because in EU4, it definitely didn't, but we don't want the debt. It feels bad. Lose prestige, which at this point, we don't care about the prestige. Republican tradition cost us money. The patricians are already kind of cranky. I don't give a shit about them. So we're going to do that. Yeah, this Ogos is a mod. I should have put it in the what game. But yeah, I can't remember what it stands for because it's a slightly different one. If I go, hold on. If I go here and I go workshop and then subscribed items, there we go. I can get a link for you guys. Auto road builder optimized. Because I think there was an auto road builder thing, but it only did so many things. Oh, debt reduces crown power. Okay, yeah, that's good to replace it as quickly as possible. Anyway, that's that mod there. I'm hoping I don't need the road building to be automated. I just need a user interface that makes it infinitely more clear what the benefit of road building to a particular province will be, so we can sort and prioritize manually. Because I want to make an informed choice about that. But currently it's a really inconvenient pain in the ass, so I don't want it. We could ask for money. Well, the cooldown is up. Oh, Austria would... Sure. And you know, it's not that much money. I like denying Austria money. On the other hand, if this is gonna, like, I also kind of want to beef with them later. I don't know. You know what? Let's ask for money now. We're actually not looking to actively start a war right this second. What we're looking to do is improve the heck out of our country. Yeah, using favors, that's fine. Yeah, I don't care about using a favor, yeah. Isn't the exploration using one of your cabinet members? I certainly hope not. Like, I don't know if it auto-hires. Okay, no, right now we're only doing one exploration. Oh, no, it's preparing a ton. I don't know if it auto-recruits explorers. Probably not, because it costs money. I wonder if we can quickly tell if these guys are part of my cabinet members. Exploring Zilotepec. In the long months spent surveying landscape around Mo-Oti, our explorer... I don't think you can use a cabinet member to explore. I think they're mutually exclusive. Yeah, just use the courtiers. I mean, that might be one of the reasons we didn't have as many to pick from, too. That might be part of it. And of course, if they're not actual explorers, they're going to be kind of ass at it, but... okay. Our explorer has grown close to a Guamar peasant family, and in particular, their unmarried daughter, Majitsi Majta. Becoming part of a local family will surely aid the expedition. Marries, converts to Lutheranism, Lex Lutheranism. That's what we're all about. We're going to shave our heads and go looking for aliens from planet Krypton. And we gain some exploration progress, or no conversion. I mean, I don't think I care if she converts or not. And it gets more progress. No time for romance. Here, let's do this. Cool. Did Quill beat up France at some point? I don't recall him owning Nancy and Metz. No, we didn't directly fight France. I don't think France owned these places. I don't know who owned them at the time. That was a while ago. 10% more manpower, Strasburgium claims, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you know how it's going to go. When we get the max out on manpower, I'm going to want to go and pull the trigger. Oh, I split my army up a little bit. In case we do get a war, I've got a stack that's just 40 infantry. I might lower it to something like 35 or something like that. I don't know what a magic number is. I saw some people quote 33 or something like that. But the idea is when we are assaulting fortresses, we do it purely with infantry. So I thought I'll make a stack purely of infantry. I chose 40 regiments because I believe you get a speed bonus beyond that. I don't know if there's an easy way to see where that modifier is. Because again, this is sort of hearsay, right? I saw it reported that if you have an army with more than 40 regiments in it, for every regiment, your army loses 2% movement speed on the map. I don't know where that's represented and how we would know that. But I thought, you know what? I'll just split off. So I've got 40 regiments of pure infantry over here, and we can use this to assault forts. And then the other army over here is going to have the guns and stuff for real combat. It'll probably need to be padded out a little bit more, but we'll reorganize it if we get into an actual fight. Corruption, lose stability, or you know what? Lose prestige is fine now. Ooh, I don't like losing efficiency of the cabinet. All right. I hate that we keep getting these stability hits, though. Wow, one of them we chose. Yes, this run started at Strasbourg. Yep. It is what one of the two hot fixes was for. Wait, apparently the lack of courtiers because courtiers don't marry by themselves and the families die out. Oh. Okay, integration is done. What do you... Oh, you're really good in admin. Although... The recover, is it a... Yeah, okay, so we don't want you to do that. So admin... I mean, we could use it to rapidly increase the control somewhere, but again, mostly what we want is the rapidly increase the monthly control, and I don't want the max control, and then it doesn't expire. I'll probably just give you another military job, which is probably going to be mostly convert. We could do some crackdown. I could help you push the stability up. I don't know. Let's take a look at the religion situation. Do we have low? Yeah, there we go. We have some low Lex Lutheran provinces, so we'll have you work on that. You like my yeah, I know. The problem, it's like the filler thing, right? Like you always get told when you're doing public speaking or if you're doing YouTube videos, try to eliminate filler words. Those sorts of things. But we see how just sitting in silence feels really bad too. Oh, hold on, you're done as well. What do you got? Oh, you're right. You're kind of the crap guy. I guess you'll just do some more conversions. I mean, 50% isn't bad, but yeah, let's just keep pushing up. Love that. Never change. Okay. Don't you get a debuff for less than rivals? Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, we do, but we just added a rival. Do I have to add more rivals? Apparently so. I mean, we could add Poland or something like that because it might theoretically be easier. But you know what? Bohemia's there. Screw you, buddy. Then do we need another one? The Pope. All right, I didn't realize we were running so few of them. Rival everyone. Yeah. Stupid Pope with your really cool hat that I wish we had. I mean, the Pope should already be pretty pissy at me since we are like, we have been for a very long time the champions of pro-restaurantism, Lex Lutherism. Although right now, it is Bohemia who's leading the Protestant Union. Steel Pope hat mission enabled. In CK3, we got like the fake Pope hat at some point, or a few times. And that was always really entertaining when that happens. Oh, does it make sense to rival those? Yeah. Plans to go directly against Bohemia? It's still mostly Austria and Strasbourgium that I'm kind of pissed about. World map's filling out. That's nice. Didn't we leave the religious union? Yes, we are not in the War of Religions. Oh, the Hudson Bay. We could search some sort of company over there. Money's going up. Oh, again, although, because the auto road builder, we're not really going to go over above 4,000. It's going to do that. Now, I could go and queue up some buildings, which might not be a bad idea, but we know we want the roads, so let's get her going. Why are you stalled? Right, whoa, that is not very informative. Currently stalled. Why? I hate that we're not getting any information about this, but whatever. Whose colony is a big Labrador colony? The Grand Teutonic Order. Festivities, several consuls, gesture of goodwill. $6,000! No! No, we don't care about prestige anymore. Didn't you get the memo? Should also make sure, yeah, cultural investment is down to 0. We're not currently paying army maintenance or fort maintenance. Cost of court is maxed out because we just want to leave the Republican tradition at 100, which is fine. We're not doing a heavy stability investment. Part of me wonders if I should push it up just a little bit more. Here, I'm going to bring it up to an even 0.3 per month. Let it join Putinland. Yeah, we're going to keep making Putinland as big as possible. We research newspapers, press laws. I don't actually have the press laws thing come up. Did they change it so that it doesn't annoy you about some of these law changes if you already have it established? New colonial charter. Oh, wait, did I not hit go to? Because I would have expected go to send me to Gatineau. Far cry on stability from when you finished the war with Iceland and Norway. Yeah, well, we did just spend some. I don't know if we did have a bunch of negative stability for a while because I did a law change without realizing that, like, oh, right, I'm doing it the direct way, which eats infinite stability. And then, so we were negative for a while, then we came back because we were over 50 for the kingdom, and then we just spent it to do a prestige yoink. Gemini. 21. I still want a great power some more. Is there a great way for us to just push great power? Have lots of prestige, have army tradition, navy tradition. Oh, nice. Monthly income. Eat France. Oh, that would be delicious. Well, we'll see what happens. You know me, when our manpower caps out, I'm going to get itchy. Northern Ontario? Cabinet member. No. See, again, I guess it's because it's preparing from here, but like, there you go. I guess I can click there to see it. All right. Fair. But come on, a point. I don't think we've got any characters. So I guess we kind of got to hope that they did fix the bug so that courtiers do actually marry and have more babies, so that we don't never have any courtiers. I suppose, just in case it does interfere with it, what I'll do is I'll turn off the auto exploration for a bit and hope that maybe as our explorations finish, maybe they'll come home, be courtiers, and we can assign them. There's a button to recruit. Not on here. Maybe here. Class Republican tradition. Ah, look, it says spend gold, except it clearly is not spending gold, it's spending Republican tradition. Let's go and summon one. Oh, you're not bad, actually. Okay. Well, we're going to be spending gold because we're going to be spending money to boost our Republican tradition back up. Used to be gold, yeah. Let it join puts in land. Temiskaming, hey. Spelled, I think that is Temiskaming. I think we spell it differently now, but... What do we have here? Bushhorns Mercantile. I want to open free trade. I was going to say open source. Free trade. Also, I don't want to lose stability. I don't care about prestige. So we're going to go here. Push us towards traditional. Womp, womp. All right, I'll go. So both options suck. All right. Sorry, this guy's not doing anything. What are you best at? Well, kind of you're middling at everything. Okay. Maybe some assimilate then, because that is pretty important. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I think these are some of our overseas places. Maybe less critical. Yeah, so these little red areas. That's what we'll do. Yeah. Okay, that's what I want. It's not a tiny nation anymore. I don't know what you're talking about. We're just a teensy tiny little nation. There's some Teutonic Order over here. We should rival them. Oh, yeah, this pop-up is still dumb. Just keep focusing on it a minute. It doesn't matter. I just want to get rid of that pop-up. Market's little food stockpile. Well, Nuremberg. Listen, Nuremberg. Actually, you know what might be helpful? Is I got to remember to do offer market assistant. Oh, these are they're not huge. Or preference is what I meant to say. Okay, let's open the markets map mode. So we now have Nuremberg. But that market is suffering. Now, I think what's going to happen is we're going to keep road building just for proximity. And then we'll probably change it and we'll start road building for market access, which might help some of these places get their food to the market. We'll also be looking to build just more powerful market buildings in Nuremberg so that we can do more trade properly in this node. Actually, I wonder if I should prioritize the merchant quarters now. Despite the fact that they still have lower control, it might be worth it. I'm going to build a few. I'm just going to control click twice. So spend about $1,000 building some market or some merchant quarters throughout Nuremberg. Print manufacture buildings, level 3 printing buildings. I wonder if I should just focus that. I think it's not until 1.1 that we're going to get the upgrade things. Could you stop with the negative things? Okay. Having a Bible translation sanctioned by the state has done much to unify the Lex Lutheran faith in our country, and is the opinion of both the general public and most theologians that our translations are a book far more true to the origins of religion. Go figure. A sect of a religion considers their translation of the Bible to be the most accurate. I don't think that's ever happened or will ever happen again, that someone will consider their personal translation to be the most accurate. Stand by the existing one. I don't care about religious influence. I hate the stability hit, but I don't want to pay $3,100. So I'll just take the stab hit. Sarcasm detected? No, I would never be sorry, that might be a little much. You still get discounts to road building in Parliament while in session. Oh, yeah, that's actually not a bad point. We maybe should have ran that. Maybe I wonder what that was my plan. That might have been our plan last time, because we turned off the auto road building. We might have been like, let's save up a bunch, go and do the Parliament thing, and then Oh, I meant to get, yeah, here. And then mass road build. Probably fairly likely, actually. Will has never been sarcastic a day in his life. Yeah, neither has Essentia, apparently. Mm-hmm. Maybe it wasn't an option in there. I don't know. We did just do a parliament at the start of the stream. I didn't explicitly and intentionally go and look for the road building thing, so I might have missed it. That it was there. We went with the university building instead. I see you again, Snafu. Oh, by the way, I did finish the Charing Cross Road. Really, really lovely. I've never experienced something quite like this before. Really wonderful. I'm going around recommending it to everyone all the time. I even started watching the film version, which is definitely not the same, but it's kind of cute. I'm only about halfway. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. I don't care about pissing off the patriarchs. Screw the patriarchy. And then we get some more control. Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think I bumped my screen, like my monitor, so the camera shifted. There you go, when I was putting the book back. Thank you. Mm-hmm. You can see some of my cheap basement wall paneling over here. Oh, okay, we can do another stud. So develop the interior. Is that the road building? No. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we have a road building then. Reach out to our faith is just building relationship with other Lex Lutherans, right? Yeah, I don't think I need to do that. Support the state. Oh yeah, our consul will get power. How old? No, he's 74. There's no reason to do that. I think we'll just build some more cathedrals and universities, baby. Or the 27% for ease. Shipbuilding? We're not going to build boats. Why would we want to build boats? Sure, building boats is very good, but we're kind of almost memeing on it at this point for this particular run. Yeah, you know what? I do like this because the development is nice. The urban building cost, I guess what we'll do is let me turn off the auto road building. And this is just while it's running, right? Yeah. So we'll delay the parliament for a bit. We'll bank up a little bit more money. We'll issue that, and then we'll build a bunch of urban buildings while we've got the discount. We do not ship ships. Mm-hmm. Have the others also read it? I think that Kiss for Luck should definitely read it. She's not here. So, yeah. And then I thought it would be good for Essentia, but then when I got to the very end of it, the very end of the actual Charing Cross Road bit, I was a little sad. And then she's like, no, I don't want to read it. I don't want to do sad books. Moves. Okay, good. Everything's going here. Great. Greatest river port in Europe for centuries. We don't need no stinking boat. No, the boats will come to us. We don't need to build our own boats. Okay, level 3 paper building is probably the thing we're going to build before the level 3 printers. And I wish I had the upgrade all tool. Again, I think that comes in 1.1 because I would upgrade all paper builders across the land. So yeah, let's accumulate a little bit more money, then we'll run the parliament, and then we'll spam the tier 3 paper buildings. Do, 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 do. Mm-hmm. Oh, you read it well, Devin? Yeah, because like it's that sense of an opportunity missed. Like I'm actually fine with like a lot of sad stuff. Like one of my most played playlists on Spotify is a playlist I put together called "Songs to be Depressed to." Like I like that thing, you know. Like, you know, there's that cliche that it's a girly thing to watch movies that make you cry or something like that, right? But that's me about other things. Honestly, not often that much about movies, but other things, books and music and things like that. That's good. I like when it, you know, generates an emotion. But there was something a little bit too real about this one because it's real people, and it's like don't be put off by this. It's not It's not depressing or hard to read or a trigger in lots of different ways. It's just a little bit like, oh, that's unfortunate. When are we vassalizing Wurzburg? That would be really good. Eating up Wurzburg would actually be huge because, like, this is obviously very messy and sloppy. We're getting to that point where I'm going to start getting itchy soon because our manpower is nearly full. I think what I'll probably do, and I was talking about maybe not invading the army a bit more, I might go and get a few extra infantry just to pad out the guns.
Keep up the awesome streams. Also, take it to the AI.
Also, take it to the AI. Yeah! Yeah! This is what you'd get for consuming all of our water, which honestly is not really an accurate stat for various things, but, you know, that's what you get for eating all our goddamn RAM and making it hard to be a gamer these days. Yeah, let's go and kick the AI some more. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. Sorry, what was the name again? Oh, no, wrong screen. Thank you very much, Arturian. I appreciate you. Money is good. That's kind of our, but prestige is better. Yeah, what do we want, guys? 4,700 ducats? Or 5 prestige we don't care about? Let's take the money. Take the money and run. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, stop for a second, game. Jesus. Okay. So our leader died. This is fine. I was gonna say, and we got money, we can start building buildings. Okay, we're gonna elect someone new. We've got Heinrich, who's 11078, not their age, their stats. Ooh. Okay, I like Hai Min, but he's kind of shit at other things. Heinrich, unless you're super old, you are older, but your stats are probably nicer overall. So I'm going to pick Heinrich here. Pause the game a second. Heinrich, does anyone want to marry you? Yes, they do. I'm just going to click on whoever. I don't care. Oh. Oh, no, I think that's Heinrich's daughter. Okay, well, still. Marry off, that's okay. New policies, air religion, like, no. Any religion is fine. Just go away. Disloyal subjects. The colony of Putinland is starting to become disloyal. Excellent. I mean, we can do a few things for this, because what we could do is we could support loyalists, for example. So it costs us a few diplomats while it runs, which I'm fine with, I don't care. And they get a bunch of extra loyalty. Tell you what, let's support the loyalists. Yeah, we got to send them some cheese curds. They're running low. Now, we're going to start the government thing. We're going to go develop the interior for the discounted urban building costs while it's being debated. And then when it passes, we'll get a bunch of free development. Sounds great. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's go and build. We don't need it to pass. It's while it's debating. So we want to look for, I'll hide this, so it'll be all markets. Pepper. And yeah, paper manufactories is the tier 3 version. Okay, click the bunch. I want these to finish because I do want to stack more in the same place, if at all possible, so we get the efficiency bonus. I guess I could manually build it. I could be like, listen, Strasbourg. Oh, I didn't mean to shift click. Although maybe, no, that's too much, too fast. A control click for 5? Yes. Let's build 10 directly in Strasbourg. And then we'll use some more mass stuff. Trade advantage, and then push towards free trade. Yes, please. Have the updates since 1.07 helped to address some of the UI issue? The road building UI still sucks. Still tragically bad. Ooh, I guess I'm going to have to spend more money, i.e. 10 Republican tradition, to hire another courtier. Oh, you'll do. 70 across the board and not too old. Great. We probably need a new cabinet leader. We do. So I'd prefer the first slot because it's simple. Oh, and you're only 16? Perfect. There you go. Hopefully we won't have to worry about that for a while. How Republican are we for leaders wear a crown? Okay, not a bad point. Oh, yeah, that's fine. No, I haven't read the second half of it. So far, I've only read the actual 84 Charing Cross Road. I've got my little bookmark, well, it's a piece of Kleenex, for the second half, the Duchess of Bloomsbury Street. I've been doing a bunch of programming the last couple of weeks. So by the time I'm sort of like done for the day, my brain is so fried that I haven't read basically anything. I just made sure to made a point yesterday on Sunday to take a few hours away from the computer and do some reading, including one of my nephews did a book report on my novel for his AP English class, and he sent it to me. And so I read that. I read that first, and then I went and finished Charing Cross Road. And then, yeah, I'll do the Duchess afterwards. Discipline. Nice. Oh, and we're out of research. Okay. I feel like we did go back and double check a lot of the earlier eras a lot for anything that was maybe missing and standing out. Maybe we'll revisit it again. Who knows? Actually, hold on. I just noticed this section that we hadn't developed before. That is actually amazeballs. What? Tax efficiency? Market attraction? Maybe colonial maintenance first and here. What the heck? How do we miss all these? And then, sure, we'll stack more diplomats. And then we're going to skip the boats. I mean, it's because we didn't go down the boat thing, but I guess we might have never done a search for tax efficiency. We can just search for thing with efficiency. We have the abacus. It would be great if efficiency. It would be great if in here, in the search, it showed us immediately if we had it. Like all the efficiencies are amazing. We want all the efficiencies. Okay, hang on. It's going to be important. Oh, there's only blockade tactics. Okay, it's the only thing with efficiency in the entire age 2. Okay, we've got that one. Audit checks, tax efficiency, we're working on now. Cabinet, we've got that one. I'm just going to go and double check. Devotionalism, yes. Efficient tax collectors, okay. I don't. So far, the espionage hasn't been enough of an issue for me to worry about it. There's nothing with the word efficiency in the age of absolutism. Okay, that's a thing. Now, cancel a second. We did go and prioritize a few things early in the military because our idea was rushing. Ooh, pacify population is just another unrest thing. Rushing the new military tax so that we could go and push some warfare stuff. Tell you what, we'll take Protestant art for more artist cap. Cavalry hussars, no. Supply limit, maybe, but I'm not sure that's what we need to rush. Paganism, diplomatic annexation cost. Maximum level trade company headquarters. I mean, maybe. Oh, and just some flat out extra morale. No, I think, well, we'll probably go back and doing this. Oh, and there's some military tactics over here. These are really good if we're going to fight. But I kind of think I want to get more economic type techs. We'll probably get medical school, but I'm not sure it's our priority. Oh, we could get an AoE integration for a whole area. Well, okay, we don't need it right away. We'll want it. Oh, hold on. We need this because of the government reforms. That's important. An economic policy, I'm not even looking. I just know that I want that. But you can get more loyalty from subjects from here, too. Infantry power. Oh, that's beautiful. You know what? Let's get that, because we've already got... Oh, we don't have the prereq. But it does lead to paper output, so that's good. And then, yeah, I think what we're going to want to do is get a lot of these industries. More crown power. And then, yeah, tier 3 industry buildings. Building cost discount. Okay, we've got a huge queue. Let's let that sit for now. So that changed already. Okay. Wait, fuck. Did I not spend... Oh my god. Yeah, I guess the problem is if I didn't want to, like, split things up too much. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I should have built more... I don't know. I'm going to turn on the road building in. Reset the road plan. Do that. Spend. Need to read the second half to persuade Essentia. Okay. And I will be. But I really want to let that first half really sit with me too. Snafu, we're talking about the book again. I really want to let that first half sit with me. To feel that. All right, you're equally good at everything. We don't have anything to integrate. So probably it's some assimilation right now. I think a lot of these are overseas. Yeah, these, yeah. We want to go and assimilate some more over here so that as they're integrated, they'll become cores. The border gore is real. Yeah, they should just give me all their land to, like, fix the border gore, right? What's funny is with Wurzburg, they are split. We really trolled the AI. We can intervene in France versus someone else. No. Integration done. And again, your admin's better. Your Diplo is your second best, so maybe I'll get you to do... So I'll get, yeah, assimilate, sure. Done. Did not ever mean. But the thing is, the construction is supposed to upgrade first. I mean, I guess, yeah, I could go here. I guess the thing to do is you could go into paper workshops and then use these buttons. But you can see that is what's happening. They are upgrading. And without a mass upgrade button, which doesn't exist in the current version, this is annoying. So, like, building the tier 3 paper workshop is the exact same as upgrading the tier 2 paper workshop, as far as we understand it. Oh, push towards humanism is great. Losing stability, less so. But yeah, it's just a wacky interface. But yeah, I guess I could go and do... Well, that costs all my money. But it's to queue up the same things in the same areas. Oh, the mass sense. Clip shift the arrow there. Yeah, you know what? That would have been better. You're right. Because then it would have pre-spent all that in areas, yeah, where I knew I wanted it. Because the problem is I didn't trust the mass builder. Yeah, we should have used the click shift there. I blame the fact that the UI is shit. How do you release this game without a mass upgrade button? Like, it seems bonkers to me. Did no one actually play the game and realize that the road builder is awful? Like, I don't understand. And I know you gotta prioritize your production time. But, like, it's really weird. It's really weird. But yes, actually, I should have used the mass upgrade buttons there. Although, really, I should... Again, I'd still want it to spread out. I'd want it to, like, upgrade, but queue it spread out, rather than do it, like, 20 in one, because it doesn't upgrade all 20 buildings simultaneously. It queues them up. So, it's like when you're playing StarCraft. You don't want to fill your build queue, because then you're pre-spending money that you could be spreading out and doing upgrades or building extra buildings with. Bad UIs lead to lazy gameplay and inefficient gameplay. Mm-hmm. There is a lot of UI here. I'll give them that. And maybe I overweight the importance of UI. I'm like, I tolerate, like, weak AI or different things like that, or, like, unbalanced buildings. Like, not fine, I don't care about that. As long as UI isn't annoying. So, yeah, we're going to be capped at 4,000 gold here because, of course, we keep spending it on the road upgrades. Which is good and fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can spend 50 bucks. I wonder how long this lasts. And requirements. Okay, so it's going to be going on for another 30 years? Yeah. Let it join Putinland. Honestly, we should really have a second one. So that it doesn't become all... No, it's fine. I want Putinland to get to the point where it can do... It can declare independence from me. I'm just hoping, like, it asks. It doesn't just randomly declare war. I'm like, no, bros. Like, just ask. It's fine. It's fine. You're building a road to a place I lived in. Yeah, Kazumi, where did you live? Which one of these is your place? Close to that. That's fine. So I'm gonna have to take a quick little pee break in a second here. Yeah, what's going on here with this tooltip? I don't remember this ever doing this before. Buildings missing input, and then nothing is listed. I don't remember that being broken. All right, I'm going to take a quick little peek. Be right back. Much better. All right. Wouldn't the infrastructure, military, civilian, all close roads, and possibly bridges? I don't know what that's in reference to, Snafu. I apologize. We decided to become independent. Sure, no problem, bud. Have fun. Not if you need anything. Yeah, it's the Canadian way of doing it. Well, I mean, or you know, sum them out. Like, just keep letting us use the title of Grant Consul. I don't know. Not even a king. It's fine. Just keep trading with me. Become independent, but like, you know, let's have a free trade agreement. See, this is why. I know it's because you're a hegemony. But it is weird that there's not a, like, I defy you thing that gives them a CB. Like, F you. Why? I think this is a hegemony action. But it's so weird that you have no choice. Is it converted enough? That's fairly converted. Yeah, it's probably fairly stable. Is there another good low? Let's do Cologne Bay. Oh. Again, and that's the other thing. And that's, I don't understand why this isn't just like on the list of 10 commandments for the UI. You saw there was a pop-up window for a sec there, for like a microsecond. If you can close a window with escape, there's got to be a cooldown for it for a sec. Some of these decisions, those buttons were grayed out for a split sec. Maybe there's an option. Maybe I can increase the time. But I was trying to close this panel with escape, and it closed the dialog box that popped up before we got to see it. There needs to be like a tiny internal cooldown, and maybe it's there, maybe it's got to be longer, maybe it's something I can figure, and it's entirely my fault. That's possible. Let me know. I'm not giving you a land rights. Especially if I've arrived. Yeah, I've arrived in France. Why would I put up with what they have to say? I could support the Ormond independence movement. No, that's fine. Yeah, we can move some food around. Let's do that. Market attraction. Good. Oh, speaking of, I got to keep remembering. And yet, again, one of the things I would like is automated diplomacy. Automated diplomacy might be fine if I could choose what it could automate. Like, for example, there's no reason why I wouldn't want offer access preference probably with everything. You know, maybe there's a time I wouldn't, in which case I would like to be able to toggle that off. I really miss the automated diplomats from EU4. Oh, so much. Because of the way you could control them. Also miss the army template builder, but that's coming in 1.1. Okay, manpower is nearly full. So yeah, what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to add some extra units. Landnecht are the obsolete. Can we filter by... There you go. Infantry units. Thank you. And yeah, all we want to do is build the ones with the highest number. Now, we do have both hunters and musketeers. Now, the hunters have more initiative. Now, this would be fine. Maybe with the templating system, this would be fine. because I do like that they engage like in there faster and they can get in early, and that might be really good. But they take more morale damage and they do less damage. I think we want straight up standard musketeers. Oh, that's all my money right now. Ooh, they're expensive. There we go. Where do you get the count by type? Is it when I click the split? Because here we get counts. Oh, I guess I can mouse over. Yeah, we still have lots of cav, which is a leftover from a previous age, and we haven't even researched the upgrade for it. Like, I can't just convert the cavalry from one to another. What I kind of want to do is use them in a battle, let their numbers dwindle, and then merge them to sort of keep shrinking them. So, I mean, we still have the coalition stuff. So part of me is like, maybe we don't start a war now. Or maybe we say, yeah, we don't care. Out of curiosity. Oh, Strasbourg is starting some shit. I'll tell you what. Like, out of curiosity, if we were to declare war on Strasbourg, it would bring on Austria because they're a vassal of Austria. That's a lot of shit. Because we'd be fighting the... Who's the ruler of the HRE? Oh, Saxony. Okay, so we wouldn't actually be fighting Bohemia. But yeah, that's a lot of stuff. We want to fight France. Now, this 454k, this includes all their peasant levies, right? Which we can kind of ignore. I mean, the 200k over here is our peasant levies as well. But it's all about standing army. I don't know. We can't get that stat, can we? Can we in the ledger? Oh, maybe we can't. Holland or Saxon directly. I mean, maybe I think Holland would be very similar. And here we'd definitely be. Here Bohemia would jump in. That's interesting. And what if we declared war on Saxony directly? It's interesting. I don't know. We might just sit with our manpower. Pulling up. We need to reinforce? No, we got the reinforce. I could be drilling, which would decrease because it would eat into our manpower thing. I mostly I don't tend to drill just because it decays so quickly. So if I don't know that I'm going to be going to war soon, and it's really expensive, maybe I should be drilling more. I don't know, but that's the reason. Because people are always asking why don't you drill. That's why. Like, because it's expensive and it fades away so quickly that I often feel like I get disappointed. Like I've invested so much and then it doesn't go for anything. But I don't know. If we had boats who could invade England, I hear their food sucks. It's not true. British food. It is admittedly all brown, but it's delicious. Colonial maintenance discount. Which I don't know how much of an economy hit that's going to be, but sure. Wouldn't the infrastructure, military... Oh, infrastructure, transport links, the parliament and session option. Oh, okay. Roads. Take a look at our control map mode now. There you go. Starting to stabilize. Is drilling still giving army tradition? It may. I'm not sure. All it says is gain experience, and that's it. I don't know. Gain a core, Nuremberg. There you go. That's from our assimilation things. I think we're going to keep doing what they're doing now. One says English food is good. I wonder what you're comparing to. I mean, like, what are we talking about? Let's say bangers and mash. Who doesn't love sausages and mashed potatoes, right? Like, I guess a big thing, a lot of the classic British food is very comfort food. I think, yeah, I'll just do that one again. What country does not have bangers mash? I don't know. But plenty. I mean, like, as a meal that you think about, yeah, I mean, it's true, though. Like, what country doesn't enjoy sausages and potatoes? But that's, like, what, so? They still have it. That would be like saying, in that same logic, that would be saying, like, German food is bad. And I'm sure lots of people say that. But sausages and potatoes and sauerkraut, I don't think I have, like, basic tastes. I like a lot of fancy food. Don't get me wrong, I like French food, too. I love Italian food. English breakfast is good, yeah. Very much of Africa doesn't have sausage and potatoes, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know how... I know potatoes have pretty much made it everywhere at this point. Oh! We have more than 4,000 bucks. I think... And it would be great to have, like, some visual feedback about what this is planning. I think this it feels like it has done everything it can to improve proximity. I'm going to give it another tick here. Yeah, it's not consuming that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip to market access node. So it's going to prioritize proximity to markets. We're going to reset the plan again. And in theory, it might end up queuing up some roads from, like, to and from Nuremberg, for example, and Cologne. So we'll wait until the next month ticks over and see if it decides to change anything. It did not. Okay. Oh, no, it did. There it is. So there you go. Modern road to Speyer. From where? Or Bitka. Zweibrücken. Another one from Speyer to Heidelberg. Well, it's not entirely clear where these roads are leading to or whatever. But theoretically, and I mean, I want lots of roads because I want to be able to move around well. But yeah, theoretically, these roads have been calculated. I've got to trust the mod. It's a black box. I don't know what it's doing. That it is building roads in such a way that it's going to increase market access to our various locations, which is great. And that's what we want. Fish and chips, roast beef, Yorkshire pudding. Oh, Yorkshire pudding! And oh, the way British people do roast potatoes for like a sort of standard Sunday roast dinner. Oh, it's fantastic. So good. I eventually, I finally like found out like what the process is and like started doing it at home. Amazing. These crispy, crunchy roast potatoes. Oh, so good. I'll give you Sunday roast. There you go. And I mean, you know, and when I'm talking about sort of like most of the time, most of what I've done is been in Scotland, which has obviously overlap and some differences. And I'm not going to say that something, speaking of Scotland, I'm not going to say that something like a chip buddy is Michelin star worthy or anything like that. I think I have lots of good stuff. And don't get me wrong. So chip buddy, we're literally just talking about like a bread roll stuffed with French fries and probably some ketchup maybe or some mayo. I know it's tragic. And yet sometimes it's all you need, you know? Plus one maximum mats. Storing up more is going to be good, although I should go back to spending some. Let me just double check. Okay, market access new. How about alliances? Because we're not really sitting on alliances. Okay, we can re-ally with Denmark, which honestly, I'm kind of heartbroken that it didn't work out previously. Because we helped them in wars, and we had our own war, and they didn't jump in. And it was like, I get it. From their point of view, they're like, well, we're busy with a war. Let's go and rebuild those. Sneeps and Tatties is like... Wait, why am I in speed one? Oh, I joined a war. Okay, a little bit of civil war, that's fine. Neeps and Tatties is like those... So let's just talk about haggis specifically, which is what we're effectively talking about mostly. Although Neeps, delicious, incredible, mind-blowing, so good. Just give me some mashed Neeps day in, day out. Haggis is this thing that we all assume is like, oh my God, this is going to be like this crazy, insane thing. It's just perfectly normal comfort food, like a meatloaf. I'm not saying it tastes like a meatloaf, but it's like that. It's in your shepherd's pie meatloaf category. The same thing. You eat it, you're like, oh, this is fine. It's just normal. Fish and chips is funny, just because fish and chips has this wide range of being one of the greatest meals ever to being mushy crap. I will say this about British people. For all their love of potato stuff and of chips, you know, French fry type things, 90% of all chips, fries in Britain suck. I will say that. You people make your fries too big and they come out just kind of mealy and mushy and terrible. Your average chippy really fails at fries for some reason. And I don't know why. But yeah, part of it is, yes, chips are not French fries, which are not frites, which are sort of different classes of things. And part of it is personal preference. I really like frites. I like thin, sort of crispy, kind of this, although not exclusively and always. I just feel like a lot of I like them kind of just generally brown and crispy. I don't mind a thicker cut chip, but I really want them sort of browned. I don't want, if I pick it up and the whole thing, if I feel like I could squeeze liquid out of a chip, whether that's oil or actually just like moisture that's still in there, no. Anyway, so maybe it's a personal preference thing, but that's the one aspect that's been hit and miss. And I've had some pretty bad fried like fish too, for like a fish and chips kind of thing. Again, I think it's, I want it nice and fried and crispy. I want some texture. I want some color on it. Allumet, as you call them in Belgium. Yeah. Matchstick thin. Yeah. So I'll vary. When I buy, I'm using fries collectively as the entire range of those types of food, right? I will buy the thin matchstick ones and I will buy thick ones depending on what I'm doing. But I cook them proper for my own internal value of what is proper. Okay, no alliances. I also, I really want the improve opinion screen to show me, have a column in here for how much I could improve opinion by. Like, here I could get 130 for Wurzburg, which is a sign that I haven't improved opinion with them. And in fact, that's probably going to be the case for most things because I haven't improved opinion with everyone in a long time. Oh, but see, Austria here, plus 76. So I have some outstanding improved relations still left with Austria. So if I spent a diplomat going there, I mean, the monthly diplomat cost is the same, as far as I know, regardless. But you still spend one diplomat instantly to initiate it. And you might click on something that you can only improve it by 5 because you just recently did that. And that would be annoying. But let's do Brandenburg, which is nearly capped, or nearly completely empty. And Denmark, yeah, as well. And you know what? I'm going to throw one at Pretendland as well. Really? I guess they're probably sitting at plus 200. But yeah, that's why I would like that display in there. So yes, I will defend great British food as a whole. Yeah, I understand that Scottish and Welsh people don't often like to be just labeled like British, but I mean people from the island of Great Britain. And I have no experience with Northern Ireland or Ireland, so we're leaving that part of the discussion, especially since it's getting a little hairy over there, right? The discussion, not the food. But I will defend the shit out of the food of this island. But I think chips could be a little bit better. Crisp though. Y'all, why don't we have prawn cocktail crisps over here? God damn. So good. So good. Canada loves potato chips. Crisps. Love them. And ketchup chips, amazing. All dressed chips, specifically the Ruppel kind, amazing. And the rest of the world needs to discover these things properly. Prawn cocktail crisps from the British lands. Making me hungry. Yeah, I didn't have All I had some cereal this morning when I woke up, but I didn't have lunch before starting to stream. That's probably part of what's going on here. Isn't the shrimp puffs are superior? Oh, yeah, there's some good stuff out of there. Although I've also had a few like really miss ones too. I have a friend of mine, Demonac, whose sister teaches English in Japan and has for years and years and years. And whenever she comes back over to visit, she brings tons of Kit Kats because they've got like 3,000 flavors of Kit Kat over there. Some of them are okay. Yeah. Some of them are really amazing. Calvinism, no, we don't do Calvin or Hobbesism. But I'm not going to kick anyone out of the cabinet, so that's fine. Okay, we can do another one of these. There's our modern road network, which is a little bit late, arguably, although the roads are still happening. I think I will just run this. And when it finishes, is push those towards centralization. We're no longer at 100% centralization because we had an event. So I'm going to go and push it more in that direction. Maybe the reason that like British food is, despite the fact that my heritage is French Canadian. I say like my 11 times great grandfather or whatever it was came from Strasbourg, which is what. But I'm not one of these people. I'm like, wow, I'm 1/16th. Like all the people who claim Scottish ancestry, that makes them Scottish. Like no. So I don't say I'm French. French Canadian is a very distinct and separate kind of group. But there maybe the thing is there's a lot of overlap between traditional French Canadian cuisine and British cuisine. I mean, I grew up on shepherd's pie, which, okay, what I think what we were technically had what the British would call cottage pie because it's with beef, not lamb, but I don't remember. But so maybe that's the problem. And I always said, like, I think if I went over in Scotland and opened a poutine restaurant or maybe like a poutine food truck or something like that, I would make a million bajillion dollars because it seems like such a natural match to the food over there. So maybe that's why I have love for the British food. Mm-hmm. Burgers get unhappy. Oh no, the Parliament seat is fine. What am I running in? The road one, right? I mean, the roads are constantly being built by the automated system anyway. I could, when this is nearly done, spam out a few more manually and just hope that it works out. Mm-hmm. I started Colonial War. I mean, the fact of the matter is just all food is great. And what makes food amazing is how much variation there is, right? Cores. They're flipping back and forth. Do I want to switch any of these? Nope. Keep going. Got a little bit longer for this. All right. So that's nearly done. So I'm just going to spam out some more random roads. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to specifically spam roads out from Nuremberg over here. Road builder. Oh, that's... You got right click to cancel that one? Do that. And out of Cologne. Let's build the road straight up there. And there. And there. There we go. All right. Just dump the money. And sort of hope that those were efficient roads. There's no good feedback for it. Yeah, I think the problem is, and this is obviously we have the same problem over here all the time. Like, one of the reasons I took the poutine off the treat stream from, like, yeah, used to have the poutine over there, is originally when I put it on, that place consistently made great poutine because they cooked their fries, and they were good thick fries. They were more like chips, but they cooked them great, which is very important for poutine because it's got to be able to hold up to the gravy and the cheese curds, right? And yeah, vinegar as well too. I love like vinegar on fries, especially like the brown like malt vinegar. Delicious, right? That's one of the reasons they have to be like cooked properly. You got to hold up. And I really want a crunch and crisp. But they started. I think they all these places that start off making great fries or chips or whichever, they start rushing. They're like, well, it takes us, I don't know, 6 minutes in the fryer to make the perfect fry. Well, maybe we can bring it down to 5 and then get these orders out a little bit faster. It's still going to be mostly good enough. And then over time, you just get these mealy, undercooked, mushy pieces of garbage. And I think that's what it comes down to. You know what? Forward upgrades is actually a really good point. Okay, +1 government reform, that's really important. And yeah, autocratic parliament, constitutional parliament. I guess we're going to have to look into these. So, first, yeah, let's add another government reform. Food production, serfdom. I mean, who doesn't? Food production is great, but I'm not moving towards serfdom. There's probably something better. I don't think I like the innovative. And we do use the spy network. Is that important? Pop conversion speed would be great, but honestly, we're fairly converted now, and I don't think I want to go traditionalist or spiritualist. Tax efficiency is great. We might go with peasant land inheritance. Mandatory bureaucrat education. Literacy, innovative. I mean, yes. Espionage. I mean, assimilation is good. Communalism, it turns out, is actually pretty helpful, but loyalty, I mean, that's a big amount of loyalty for subjects. That is actually pretty substantial. In the new version, well, new to me, I think with the 1.6 into 7 into 8 way that they've changed some of the loyalty with subjects, especially highly centralized, that would be very powerful, but I don't know. Transportation code makes all the roads cheaper. Increase the trade range, which I don't know if we need. The free trade is nice. I'm not convinced that that's what we want. Just some free Republican tradition would actually save us money to help us maintain this. But I don't think we want to go traditionalist. And even though we like trade, I'm not convinced that this is that helpful for us. I don't want peasant levies. I actually would prefer to go offensive than defensive. Hostile attrition. This is always fun in EU4 when you got full defensive ideas and stuff and just force people to eat tons of attrition, sieging out your forts that take a decade to siege out. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, raw materials output is actually insane. Presumably. Flat out tax efficiency. Progress towards inward, which, I mean, maybe. I haven't really looked at the inward versus outward. 10% tax efficiency. Reduced estate enrichment. How much they can withhold from the taxable income each month. Oh, shit, let's just do this. Plus, who doesn't love formalized scales, weights, and measures? Let's roll out the metric system, bitches. I like this. And I think it's got the biggest tax efficiency. There was another one I was looking at, I think, that had some tax efficiency. I mean, there's one at the bottom with 5%. But I thought another one of these might have had literacy, 10% tax efficiency here with the peasants. No, man, let's go metric. We've got to know how much everything weighs so we can sell it properly. Done. Moves us towards individualism, which may or may not be what we want. Metric Strasbourg. About 100 years early? I don't know. The metric system deployment was part of the revolution. But I don't know when the metrification of France, like, I don't know when the metric system was initially developed. If it was, like, maybe the idea of it was pre-revolutionary. I don't know when it was developed. I don't know when it was rolled out. I know the rollout is linked to the French Revolution, which of course kicked off in 1789. Now bring it to America. Backwards ass country. The chips fries don't have a dry, harder shell. It's a sign they've been overboiled at pre-fry stage rather than over-frying. Turn the chip. Yeah, and that's the true thing. To do the proper fried potato stuff, it really does have to be a two-stage process, ideally. Yeah, technically the USA, I think, officially adopted the metric system in the 70s and then didn't do anything about it. So it was sort of like de facto canceled. Yeah, sure, I'll spend some favors on Wurzburg and take some more cash. Why not? There was a Jeopardy question the other night. That was you had to guess the correct coin is what it was. I don't remember what the category was or anything like that, but they described this coin as having a smooth edge, having a diameter, I think, of like 0.8 inches, like it was like 0.875 inches or some number like that, and a thickness of 2 millimeters or something. It was something like that. But the clue in Jeopardy used both inches and millimeters. Like, yeah. The answer was a nickel, indeed. Yes, Carla Jean. I mean, don't get me wrong. In Canada, we mix up the units a lot. A lot of the like colloquial measurements, like a person's height. Like if someone asks me how tall I am, I will say 6'1", and then it'll be like, oh, that 184 centimeters, something around there. People, we report our weight in pounds. I mean, it could be worse. We could be reporting our weight in goddamn stone. I'm looking at you again, British lands. Stone, which I think is 14 pounds. Our distances are in kilometers. We'll sometimes colloquially say like a mile, but we don't really conceive in terms of a mile. We use that as sort of a colloquial term for a distance mostly. So we measure anything in kilometers as opposed to other places that do miles. Mm-hmm. We'll often colloquially refer to something as like a pound, like in terms of weight, but other than like a person's weight, and I don't think conceptually we like know. Like if someone says they're 170 pounds versus 270 pounds, we know one of those is much heavier than the other. But like, other than being relative to one another, like if you said, "Oh, there's a sack over there it's 15 pounds," I'm like, is that heavy? Can I carry that by myself? Yes, I think so. Although, to be fair, the same thing would be true if they said that sack over there weighs 6.5 kilograms. I mean, Snow, rain in millimeters, inches. Oh, millimeters, yeah, metric, yeah. And temperature as well, metric. Okay, so we're missing masonry in the... Oh, can I click on this to go to the market? I can open the market. Trade range. I mean, this is one of our OC's colony, I'm sure. Is there... Like, I want you to send me to the market. How do I find out where this market is? I'm sure I can search for it. In this UI... Because these are activating MUT modes, right? Yeah. I might just be missing it. Although, sometimes missing something in UI is also UI failure. But I don't think I'm missing it. I think it's just an outright UI failure where it's not showing us where that is. Over here. Oh, these are more of our colonies. Oh, we're expanding through... Ooh, Labrador nobles. We're expanding through the Hudson and James Bay. Hudson Bay, James Bay. Oh, and our cooking. Our recipes and our stoves and stuff like that. Like, standard cooking temperatures, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Mostly because I think there's just a lot of old cookbooks that just don't get updated. When I bake, I use weights. Like, not even like, don't tell me how many milliliters of, like, water or milk or oil or whatever, don't tell me that. I don't want that. That's stupid. I want weight. So I can just put on a scale and pour. It's really bad lose research. No, it's really bad with things like flour, for example, right? Or brown sugar, because it's like they'll tell you, do a cup of this. Yeah, but if the flour has been sifted versus packed, that's going to be a fairly dramatic difference in actual amount of flour in a single cup, right? A volume measurement for something like a powder is silly. But then that's not a metric versus imperial thing. It's the volume measurement is silly. The reason it's because back in the day, no one would have had an accurate kitchen scale, but everyone had cups and tablespoons and things. It's like fair, I get it back in the day, but these, come on, like $15 gets you a kitchen scale that's going to last you the next decade. Or a heaping tablespoon, yes. So I have a perfect chocolate chip cookie recipe. An impeccable one. And I'm not going to say it's like the only one, in that there is a wide range of different ways that you can put together chocolate chip cookies. But there is a chocolate chip cookie recipe that I have like perfected over multiple iterations. And every piece of it is by weight. So I can have 100% consistency every single time. Strasbourgian keeps starting shit. Go ahead, start it. Declare war on me, bro. Bring it. Please, I insist. I would not mind. All right. Oh, yeah. That's masonry overseas. Yeah, we are, the amount of money we're making is actually ridiculous. Those tax efficiency boosts are good. I don't care about the patrician's estate satisfaction. Why would I spend money? Oh, lose prestige that I don't care about. Yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Incidentally, US cup measurement is easy to scale up or down, fit the amount of people who want to fade. Cool. Okay, so let's say you have a recipe that fades 8 people, but you're going to have to do it for 11 people. Okay, that's fine. Then you're going to have to add 3/8 of an extra cup, which is fine if you can remember all the conversions from cups to tablespoons and how many hogsheads to the furlong you get. Or... So when I read old novels set in Britain, and they're talking about money, and it's like, oh, this thing costs me 2 guineas, 3 pounds, 5 shillings, and a small duck. Like, I don't know how much that is. What? I don't even know how to, piece that together contextually. It makes no sense. And I mean, obviously, there's conversion rates and stuff, right? Like, if you told me, if I'm reading a book set in modern day Sweden, and they're like, oh, this is 50 kroner. Well, okay, I don't know either, but at least it's not like 5 different units of measurements being mushed together. I think we are done building even these roads over here. So I'm officially going to go and turn that off. And we're probably going to go back to building some. Actually, I should do some RGO spam first. I did not mean to shift click. I meant to control click. On the other hand, screw it. Shift click it is. I'm personally a fan of the uber precise pinch of salt. Yeah, what are the other ones? There's like... There's because we have little tiny little measuring spoons that are supposed to be for that. Because it's like a pinch, a bit. I feel like there's like 3 words that people use for small measurements that are not defined in any way whatsoever. Decimalization day wasn't that long ago. No, I remember seeing a like BBC interviews of people on the streets, asking them questions. I think it was one of the big fat quizzes, because they didn't give context for the interview. They were asking people what they thought about this thing, and you had to try to figure out what are they talking about, what are they asking these people about. Economic policy law. We might have to look at a potential law change next time we get a parliament. Knobs of butter. Oh, sticks of butter is another one. If this is specifically for American measurement things, there'll be a recipe that'll be like a stick of butter. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, most places don't get their butter in sticks. It might be possible over where I live to potentially maybe buy a stick of butter, but I'm not sure about that. I get them in sort of these blocks, which I think are about 4 sticks worth. each block. But that's like, what? You're seriously gonna give me measurements based on a convenient packaging size, or a packaging size that some manufacturers arbitrarily decide to use. Yes, yeah. We'll get the argument about base 12 numbers being easy to like divide into like subdivisions and things. It's like people bring up all the time, like, well, the foot is so convenient because you can divide it into. It's like, fuck that. Decimals is going to be way easier than fractions all the time. All the time. Except, like, yes, you can combine it with contrived examples, but no. Just decimal division is fine. You're right. You're right. It's slightly harder to divide 10 by 6 than 12 by 6. Okay. It's hard to divide 12 by 5. And everything else. We're going to start some holy wars in here. We need something to talk about while the game's chooching. Cool, angry, time for war. We are full on this. By this, I mean manpower. A guinea is 1 pound, 1 shilling. A pound is 20 shillings. A shilling is 12 pence. Like, I remember seeing, like, people will come up with all sorts of, like, mnemonics to try to remember, like, how many yards are in a mile or something. It's like, oh. The funny thing is, mile literally means 1,000, because the Roman mile was 1,000 paces, if I'm recalling that correctly. But when they went to Britain, they either had a similar mile or they had a similar pace, and they adapted one to the other, which is why you get some insane thing. Like there's, I don't know, I have no idea, 1,400 and something yards in a mile? I literally don't know. Mm-hmm. You could have had a mile divisible, like that was a mile that was 1,000 units. You could have had something that was as a kilo pace. You let it slip through your fingers, 2,000 years ago because of the Romans. 1760. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think in Rome, like, they had feet and pace, and I think that might have been the 3-to-1 ratio. Like, I think that the pace might have been close to the yard, and they were like, it's close enough, let's make it fit. I can't remember the history. It's worth looking into. It's quite interesting. I mean, but lots of things are like that, right? Like, why is the spacing between railroad tracks, ties, like, okay, oh my God, we have so much money. It's really, the two metal things that trains run on, why is the space of them between them that width? It's because that is the gap between two horses' asses. Because wagons would get pulled by two horses, wagons would leave ruts in the road, and so everyone made sure that their axle width of the wagons was the same width. The wagon width and everything was determined by how wide two horses were. And, they would run ruts, so everyone would standardize their axles on that kind of width, so they'd run the same ruts. And then when railroad happened, they were like, well, we have this convenient, like, manufacturing process for axles of a certain width. So we're just going to keep going with it. And this is how world standards get developed. But there's got to be some reason for it, right? Like, why is the meter a meter? It's not, it is completely arbitrary, to be fair. It's about converting between the different units. All these roads. So I'm thinking a bunch of these roads were built overseas, and yeah, they don't have the material, which is what's going on there, because the automaker interacted with that. Okay, well, fair. You know what? Actually, I'm just going to cancel those because they're annoying me. Okay, let's go back to paper makers. Buildings, all marked as fine. Pepper. Okay, do we still have tier 1s? We do. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shift click. There we go. To start upgrading these. Hopefully these all go right to level 3s. We're going to get rid of these level 1 paper makers completely. I say completely. We might just run out of money before we do it. Did I really spend like 15 grand just upgrading paper guilds? All right, worth it. Lose trade efficiency or upset the burghers. Let's just upset the burghers. Man, we're getting so much tax money. Even the commoners are paying so much tax. Sea mile versus land mile, right? Something, doing like playing flight simulators and stuff like that is great. Except like the stuff you're having to deal with, nautical miles, knots, altitude in feet. Although to be fair, European aviation, some of it is handled in meters. Oh. Okay, well, let's store up some more money. And then we'll do some more upgrades. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think you said that earlier. Someone said that this place is pretty heavily assimilated, so we can probably change our focus. Even that assimilation's getting on. I'm wondering if we should just switch to some random development. They should have standardized the width of a horse butt before they got the railroad construction. There's something to consider. A 7-day week. Yeah, 7-day week. During the French Revolution, they tried to push out a metric calendar. And metric time as a whole. Like metric seconds, metric hours and things. But it didn't meet adoption. I don't even know if like their implementation was a smart one or not. Oh, some of the severe winter. Yeah, but we were getting some masonry shortages, and I was just wondering if it was masonry shortage. If we're building overseas and they didn't have any masonry in that market yet, that could have been it. Man, Labrador's quite big. All right, keep banking some money. I'm making over $1,000 a month. This actually makes me think of the amount of money we're making early in this run before they nerfed trade. Then they unnerfed it a little bit, but not as much. Yeah, keep banking. We're gonna need. I mean, I think we might want to bank over 20 grand before we spam out a bunch of upgrades from tier 2 paper shops to tier 3s. Does Labrador have a distinct breed of a dog yet? I hope so. Big old puppies. I'm not right-clicking on these. I keep going to mouse over things and disappear from under me. Like, if we standardized on a 30-day month, right? Isn't that the thing where, yeah, if we had a 30-day month, we'd have 12 months of 30 days exactly, and then like a 5-day end of year, or sometimes 6-day with a leap period, right? An end of year, like, this is the party time. Such a missed opportunity. I mean, that's not even like proper metric anything, but at least it would make the month lengths constant, and then we'd have a fun little period. The sort of thing you see in fantasy novels a lot. They do that. I'm not going to grant formal guilds. Yeah, festival week. In Japan, is it called something like Golden Week or something like that? Because there's like 3 like holidays, 3 festivals that like all happen on the same week every year. And so basically like the whole week is just party time for everyone. Golden Week. There it is. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you just Google it. It's really interesting. I can't remember what the things are. Pepper output. All right. Great. So yeah, I'll go to 20K, and then we'll go and do the urban building thing. It's April. Yeah, I can't remember. 13 months of 28 days is 364 days. So then, that would be interesting, because then you'd have 1 or 2 on a leap year, little, like, in-between things. Northern Somalia awaits. I turned off the exploration. So we're just getting it from shared stuff. We might want to re-enable it to go and see over here. You know what? I will. Well, that was the ancient Egyptian calendar. Oh, extra days into a huge festival. Yeah, I love it. I mean, I just love any excuse to party. When we're fighting Austria, it's a good question. Let's take a second and look again at what. Well, that's different. All right, we're gonna have to run one of these because what we're gonna do is ask for a CB against Austria. Yeah. Let me go and a little too late to drill now if I'm gonna go. Well, maybe we'll start the drill just in case. Although the CB happens instantly. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. So we'll just pick something with a high percentage. Ooh, market regulations I think is good. Trade efficiency while it's running, but then afterwards we get trade advantage. Sure. Oh, we never did upgrade our star forts. I can run this one because it starts with a high base percentage. Oh, no, sorry. This one's only 6%. Yeah, I'm not going to want to start on that because we want to start with a high base percentage. I think I'll run market regulations. We might build some forts. We do have the money. Although I want to keep some banked. I don't know how worried am I about this war. Okay, if we were to declare war... Next over here. So, like, what I might want to do... Do we delay it for a year? Because I'm assuming the Star Fort takes 2 years to build. Yeah, I keep forgetting to do it because I'm mostly like, well, no, I want to build up economy stuff first. Do this one. It's nicely centralized. Less central, but I love that it's on the border with Austria. We might want to wait 2 years, even though like there was kind of a sweet spot there. But maybe okay, so you know what? Let's wait 2 years, but let's start drilling. What happens if this is reduced maintenance? Does it only decrease the morale? I think it only reduces their morale. So I think we can drill. All right. 2-year ramp up to war. Now, that it may fail on the basis that we might get something that interrupts us. If the 0 prevents drill, does it? Oh, you need 100% army maintenance to drill. Okay. This is one of the reasons I don't drill, because it's so expensive. I'd sort of want... Because in EU4, you could set an army to drill, and what it would do is it would set the maintenance for that army at 100%. You didn't need army maintenance set to 100% for your entire nation. I mean, ideally... Oh, we should do Brussels. Ideally, I would want to build forts in places that have rough terrain, because then we get a defensive edge. I don't need this right now. That's not the war we're about to fight. This has got it's flat, but it's forested. It's completely flat. We can do some more over here. This is... Oh, wrong province. This is hilly, but no forest. I'll do it anyway. Oh, you're already star forting. I mean, I could just run, like, go and do the upgrade command, too, but there's no way we have enough money for everything. In fact, we might already be out. How much does it cost to start the Star Fort? $1,000. Okay, no, I still could. You know, maybe closer to home. Yeah, level 2. Let's do that. And then Colmar is getting done. Do I need it in Saint-Dié? It's hilly and forested, so you know what? Yes. Okay. I think the capital might only have a level 2. Oh, but we're... No, it's got Star Fort, sorry. Oh, and then the higher level forts have a higher limit, so we might need to purge a few more. Maybe we should just get rid of some of the internal forts. Like, we could just lower the Stuttgart one. That's good. I actually kind of want fewer forts in more concentrated areas. This is flat, no defensive bonus. 0%. Gonna be fine. Worms? Yeah, I'll do that as well. Are we going to be over? It's very confusing now, but yeah, we'll just leave it. So we're not making as much money as we were. That's fine. And yeah, we did just beef up the army some more. So how are we looking here? Oh yeah, I got to go here for the balance. So it's a little confused. I still don't know what, and you know, things are kind of divided, but mostly I think we want as much artillery as possible. There's no front and second line. Yeah, do we still want to generate a CB? I guess the CB will last. I should probably still do it. Yeah, especially, okay, we can get a boost by doing something like this. We'll have to do some more probably. I don't know about grant privileges. There's a lot of changes as well, but let's fabricate a CB. And, I mean, really, in a sense, I want Strasbourg in, but I'm going to properly get the CB on Austria. Local assemblies, just over. We may have to do a little bit more. You know what? Let's purge the artisan guilds too. Okay. Yeah, new update's going to give us army templates, which is going to be great. But that's still not the answer. In that the answer is what will be the template that we're going to want to work with. So again, in EU4, I mean, it's older, so we really got to the point where we understood it. But there's front line, back line. Front line, bunch of infantry. Back line, bunch of artillery. But there's no front and back line over here, right? There's just 3 different front lines. And then there's the reserves. So how much infantry do you need? Should your army just be artillery?
I just finished watching your Routries lives with Essentia. It was such a great series. You both have really great banter. Would love for you guys to play the DLC or the Outer Wilds.
That is absolutely 100% the plan, the intention. Essentia's not been top-notch health-wise and things like that recently. So we are trying to look for an opportunity to do that, though. Thoughts and prayers. Ooh, that hurts. Yeah. Turn off exploration and left the war. Yeah, maybe because we want the money. And maybe the colonialism, too. I don't know. Maybe we still want the colonization. But yeah, I'm going to turn off the automation for both those. Yeah. I still want to upgrade more of the paper things, but... let's upgrade Metz. It's an important city. It's on the border with France. Looking to Golden Idol games? No. No, I don't want to play through of Outer Wilds. No. The idea is it would be nice to play Outer Wilds. And in particular, it might be interesting to play with Essentia. It'd be a very different thing, but it would be interesting. Other games I have in the queue that I'd want to try with Essentia. The August Before, Venba. And I actually just got a code for a game. Is it out? Oh, it just came out. A game called TR49 that looks very cool. That might be really interesting to do because they're all sort of puzzly story. Hello, free development. Frick yeah. Golden Idol ones. Oh no. Try to mind if you're on a Discord, send me a link to the Golden Idol games, whatever they might be, over in the game suggestion channel. Maybe it's something I already know about and I just, not thinking about it, but... okay, this assimilation is done enough. Honestly, assimilation here is pretty fine. I don't know, do we switch over to... I just switch over to some development. I might just switch over to a little bit of development. Let's sort by highest population. We want high population and high control. Now, Cologne Bay has a lot of population, but we do have a little less control. Let's work to develop Lower Alsace. And you had good admin, right? Yeah, okay. Western Ontario. Let's take a look over here at what we're looking at now. Hey, it's Manitoulin Island! Largest freshwater island in the world. Technically, there's a little bit of contention with a particular Brazilian island, but technically in brackish water and things like that, so no. And then this is Lake Manitou, which is the largest... Well, there is a thing where it's like, this is the largest island in a lake and an island in a lake and an island in a lake. And for one of those iterations, Lake Manitou and an island within it, which has a lake in it, which I think has another island in it, is one of those things, which is kind of fun. I think that's Manitou. That must be. Mm-hmm. Hey, Tuanapate. Sing Namog. I'm not familiar with Namog. Probably a name that's maybe been a little bit erased by time. Is that where I live? Is this where Sudbury is? Pretty close there? Lake is this? Oh, it's Lake Nipissing. Oh, okay. A new explorer. Well, that's expensive. You know what? I'm gonna... man, I don't know. That must make me stupid, especially with the exploration turned off. I'll just toggle on exploration for a bit so that he gets properly used, and then we'll turn it off again. Brazil mentioned. Hey! Essentially's got a really good friend who lives in Brazil, so it's actually quite top of mind a lot. I'm going to turn off the exploration. Presumably you've been used up. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. And yeah, we have until 98 with this. And yeah, we're drilling. We're getting a little bit of XP, which is really wonderful. We're still sitting on manpower cap, which I think is fine. I don't know if I have to rush to build any more fortresses. I might just bank a little bit more cash. And yeah, wait for a bunch of these star forts. We're less than a year away for most of these original star forts to be built. We're going to let them finish. I mean, some are finishing now. We're getting a little bit more drill XP. We'll bank a little bit of money, and then we'll pull the trigger. Watch Shoresy, spin-off of Letterkenny, based in Sudbury. No, I haven't. And actually, I haven't watched Letterkenny either. I know, I'm a bad Canadian. I also haven't watched Heated Rivalry, which is a Canadian show. Although one of the stars is American. But it's a Canadian author. Book is set firmly in Canada. I don't know if the TV show is explicitly set in Canada or not, but it's Canadian production with mostly Canadian actors. Gain a core. Okay, so some of the assimilations is still being very important for coring. Oh, you know what I should do? How much do we have left in the queue? I don't think there's a button to put things at the top of the queue, which is a bit annoying. Because we could go and research some of the cavalry upgrades, because we haven't done that. Any units become available that use firearms, keep them viable, chasing force. Yeah, so that would be great, Snafu, but I don't think that's necessarily a mechanic. Lose prestige, who cares? Need a rivalry quite explicit. My virgin eyeballs! Divine Plague. Oh, right. Frack, that's a lot of money. That is less money. You know what? 2 provinces. Okay, all commoners would lose 15%. But is this our commoners here? No, those are tribes. Commoners are here. It would drop them down to 53%. Honestly, I think that's okay. Wait, the Tuvalu Sea? How? Freaking comet sighted! Damn, paradox! I don't think it happens as often as it normally does, but... Or wait, Tuvalu Sea might be here. Tuvalu... I guess I can search for it. Yeah, I think it's probably here. Tuvalu. Oh, no, it is there. There it is. Okay. There are a lot of islands in... Oh! Sorry. It's not here. This is the Indian Ocean. I wasn't really looking... For some reason, wasn't properly conscious of my zoom level. I was thinking this was Australia. I'm like, oh, Tuvalu might be here. No. Australia's not on the map yet. Yeah, I was just not paying attention to where it was. Thought this was Australia. That's why I was like, oh, it could be here. Dun, 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 dun. No such thing as an Australia. Doesn't exist. Australia spoilers. I hope New Zealand's not on the map. That would be really funny. It's very standard to leave New Zealand off of maps a lot of times, like because of lazy map makers and the way they decide to divide the borders and things. It's a meme at this point. New Zealand doesn't exist. Actually, there was a story I was reading. There was some traveler had gone somewhere. I want to say Kazakhstan, but I'm not sure where. And they were from New Zealand, and there was issues at the border with not necessarily believing it was real, and like point at it on the map, and the map they had didn't have New Zealand on it. So they thought she had a fake passport. You know, I may be misremembering, 30 different details, but Erfurt wants an alliance. Know if you're worth that. You know what? I'm about to go to war. Sure. Okay, Star Fort. There's one more about to be done. That's fine. Frick it. Let's go. Oh, how does this look? Still fine. Lundberg doesn't want in unless we offered them land. Promise them land. I don't know. Tell you what, if you do a good enough job sieging something, maybe you get it. Or maybe I say no and we ruin our reputation again. It wouldn't be our first time. My reputation's never been worse, right? So it's not including a war deck on Strasburgium because we can't declare on Strasburgium because they're a vassal. But that is going to be one of our goals, certainly. Okay, hold on. Let me get a little closer into position. So we have two armies. This one here is just infantry, and it's meant to rush forts. So actually, we'll put you in Hohenberg, because your idea is you're going to jump immediately into Fürstenberg to go and siege that. And then this army is going to stand down here and be ready to actually boop. Yeah, end of stream time. It is perfect, actually. It's 4:02. We're going to have to continue next time. On Wednesday, I think we just open with declaring war on Austria. Because we got really confused about Australia. Like, we're getting very confused about things. So we're declaring war on Austria because that's how it works. Yeah. And yeah, the army that's just pure infantry is just going to be here to rush forts. Hopefully, that is just a castle. Oh, baby, we're going to go and rip that apart. You're not even a bastion? Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we still have a lot of castles. But, we did go and make a change. So if they want to go and siege some of these places out, they're going to have a much harder time. It's going to take them a lot longer to do it. Why is our fort defense? Is it because it's just built? Oh, we hadn't yet updated the maintenance. I upgraded the army maintenance, but not the forts. Okay. It would have done it automatically in the war, but no, we got to make sure that they replenish themselves. I mean, they're going to have maybe a month while our army gets in position, and that'll be the pull the trigger. The next episode of Border Cleanup Crew. Well, the real border cleanup would be declaring war on Würzburg. This is about grabbing territory that will properly be within our best proximity radius. We've expanded quite far from our capital, and therefore we have some low control everywhere. And we still don't have access to a lot of things to boost control. I wonder, in absolutism, if I search for control. Yeah, we didn't look at those change. Increase control widely. Yeah, no. So there's nothing in here that like, oh, maybe I should look for proximity. Hold on. Other than roads, measuring the world, proximity cost minus 5%. Let's say add it to the queue, but I wonder if I should add the... No, I'm going to do it. I was going to say, maybe I want to add the cavalry tech to the thing. I'll add it now, but I'll do the proximity cost first. So we'll put them in as a token thing. We'll upgrade maybe our military, or we'll just disband them. Honestly, you know what? I think after this war, I'm just going to disband the cavalry and not bother getting any more cavalry tech. I think I like that. Good. So we're going to wrap it up here. We're going to raid A Kiss for Luck. And on Wednesday, we beef with Austria. Yeah, baby. Who's this? Hochberg. Yeah, no. We don't want to do that war declaration. It'll be annoying because they'll still be there, but hopefully we'll get them at some point later on. So yes, let me just check. A Kiss for Luck should be streaming. Indeed she is. She's playing some Minecraft. So, Bad Quill forgot the Famous unknown continent. Yeah, we literally don't know about Australia yet, so that's the reason. Give a kiss for luck, some love. I'll see you on Wednesday for more EU5. Bye-bye.